So Garudasana is the eagle pose. Garuda, it means eagle, or it says the eagle, and it's the creature that Vishnu rides. So there's a lot of significance in Hindu mythology, in Hinduism, and in yoga to the Garuda or the eagle. This pose I quite like to cue if I'm just cueing the pose on its own. I like to cue the arms first. The reason being is when someone's standing on one leg with twists going on, it's really hard for them to focus on their arms, right? So it's quite nice to cue the arms first, guide through the options and variations of the arms, and then they can maintain that while you guide through the legs and give the options and variations on the legs. So raising the arms up to the sky, we're starting in Tadasana. I always tell them just identify left and right because it can get a bit confusing, and then to swing the right arm underneath the left. Now, for a lot of people, the shoulders aren't open and ready for this position of the hands in the front position. So what we can do is separate the hands and work the backs of the hands together, maybe gripping the fingers, or from here, I used to demonstrate or give the option of grabbing the opposite shoulder, especially when I was teaching the rugby players. They really struggled. Some of them were like this. But what I also found is when I would cue that in a classroom environment, some of the guys who could have actually gone further were staying here because they couldn't do that. So they kind of got this impression of it's either that or that. So I'd rather encourage working the backs of the hands together, because over time they will be able to catch those fingers and grip the fingers. Okay? So we're releasing through the shoulders and the upper back. The goal is to get the fingertips to the palm. Your thumbs can cross, and you're bringing it down towards the nose. Your hands are your eagle beak. In Bikram yoga, he likes to encourage drawing the elbows down and bringing the fingers below the nose. Right? That's one of the only lineages where I've actually heard that cue. Normally it's that your thumbs are in line with the nose. And you're looking beyond your fingers. So your thumbs connect with your nose and you're looking beyond your fingers. Okay? So in vinyasa, often it's encouraged to raise the elbows up and draw the forearms forward away from the body to create further space in the shoulders. So that's another option. This is the tradition. And this is where we've kind of gone with it to allow a little bit more opening into the shoulders. In vinyasa, the opposite leg is on top. So if the right arm is under, the right leg is over. Yeah. I'm so used to mirror imaging, but in my head, my right leg is my left and my left is my right. So crossing here, I will cross my right leg over with my left arm on top. In Bikram yoga, it's the other way. In some forms of Hatha yoga, it's the other way. It's not wrong whatever you do. This is the beauty. You can't go wrong. Okay? If you have every intention of having opposite arm and leg on top, but then you accidentally cue it the wrong way, don't stress. Nobody will think anything less of you. They won't know. Alright? It's not wrong. It's not incorrect. It's just the general. So my left arm on top, my right leg on top. Option is to rest the toes on the ground. First stage an option. Really good for pregnancy, really good for anybody who's struggling with their balance on the day. Okay? Now option is to float the foot, working a little bit more with the balance, maybe wrapping the toes around the calf muscle. It's not possible to keep a straight standing leg and wrap those toes around. We need to encourage your students to come into a good Utkatasana. Bend the knees, sit down low in the chair, cross the thighs, and then maybe wrap the toes around the calf. The lower they sit in the chair, the more likely they are to set themselves up for success with the full wrap, the full bind of the legs. So we're wanting them to sit down low, wrap the leg around, maybe the toes wrap around the calf muscle or the ankle. Keep encouraging them to sit down low. They'll have a tendency to want to rise. Don't let them. Now, the knees might have a tendency to travel off to the side. So whatever leg is on top, you're encouraging that hip to come back and elbows and knees into one straight line, sitting down as low as possible, but leaning the upper body back at the same time. I don't know why sort of rice field worker, and then they moved, and now I just cover my eyes completely. So I'll stop looking at rice or workers, or look at the blind. So sitting down low, leaning the upper body back, bringing your elbows and knees into one straight line. If you're leaning forward, you're bringing your eagle into the nest, and that's not the goal here. We're wanting to lean back, straight spine. As to come out of the pose, we just guide, unwrap the legs, unravel the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, and exhale, swing the right arm underneath the left, or the left arm underneath the right, changing it around. If somebody has an ankle injury, especially if they've had a break of the ankle joint, this pose might not be ideal for them. A lot of weight, a lot of pressure on your ankle. Also knee injuries. And if there's a knee injury, it might be just a matter of crossing the leg initially. Okay? But I would still encourage you to give them the first option and stage it through. So I'm going to guide in your partners. I'll first cue you through. I'll cue whoever's practicing first.